Part 15 on tips and tricks on how to make some friends. And before I start, for those of you who've been saying I got no friends, I got my boy with me, so don't talk, all right?
Yo.
Yeah, I hear you. But yeah, today I'm gonna have a little bit of a light one. Just go out, right? That's literally what I'm doing right now. I dressed up to the T, feeling good, looking good, type beat, and I'm just going out with my boy, trying to go make some new friends, socialize. And I know it's hard for a lot of you guys out there if you're introverted, and because this is a lot draining, it's really tough to go out. But you gotta take that courage, take that first step if you really want to start making these connections out there. But yeah, just make sure look good. If you look good, it's a lot easier to go out there and make some friends. I'm telling you, that confidence really goes a long way. And then yeah, just go out, have some fun, and I'm telling you, you'll make friends everywhere. Part 16 on tips and tricks on how to make some friends. Enjoy yourself. All right, like when you're spending time with people, you gotta focus on enjoying yourself too. I know I've made 15 tips, on how to make some friends, and if you're really applying it, you're thinking about all these things. You're thinking about 15 different things in your mind while you're socializing, and sometimes it's really easy to get lost in the sauce and forget to enjoy yourself. Because the whole reason of you trying to make some friends is that you want to have some fun. You want to make some great memories with people you care about. And if all you're thinking about is how to make more friends while you're with your friends, sometimes you end up not enjoying it as much, and that shows. So make sure to enjoy yourself, and that in and of itself also makes you get more friends, because people like being around people who are having fun. And if you're having fun, then more people will be attracted to you, and that's just how it goes. So make sure when you're having fun with your friends, actually have fun. Treat yourself fairly, please. All right, there's so much on this app and on social media everywhere, either talking about accountability. You are the reason why you feel the way you do. You suck. Everything wrong in this world is because of you. Take action. Like, I get that. That's too much. It's way too much. But then there's a lot of bit of on the opposite end as well. Self-love. You do you, king/queen. Like your actions are completely excused. Love yourself. Do it for yourself. Be a selfish asshole. It's a little too heavy on both sides. And I feel like the middle ground that we really should be looking to hit is that fairness. It's about understanding when you need to care for yourself, when you need to prioritize yourself, but also when you want to be accountable for your own actions. Actually take responsibility when you make mistakes. And I know that's hard, right? Because you don't know what are mistakes and what are just tragedies and accidents that you had no control over. Because sometimes those things mix up and it's like you don't know what is what. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't have the answer. Okay, but I know for sure, full sending it, either full self-hate, that energy, or full self-love energy, that's both sides is kind of dangerous, and it's kind of ignorant to do so. And I feel like, even though I don't know, right, what it looks like, what that balance and that middle ground of like a little bit of self-care, a little bit of self-love, a little bit of accountability, a little bit of, complimenting yourself, loving yourself. It's not those two, I'll give you that much, right? Because those two, I don't like that at all. I feel like you're not gonna get anywhere doing those two. And yeah, I think the middle ground that we're trying to hit, it's really hard, but I think it's supposed to be like that, right? If it was easy, everyone else would be doing it. Everyone's doing those two things because it's the easiest way to do it. Either just to be fully ignorant and be like, I love myself, I don't care about you, bye-bye. But also to be like, nah, I hate myself. It's like both those things, very easy to do because there's no mental complication in it. It's just like you do one or the other, full send in both ways. It's really easy. Trying to maintain that balanced middle ground, very hard. And I think the peace and the mental strength and the mental growth we are all trying to achieve, the people who watch me, I think it's really important to try and strive for that middle ground. And it's going to be a constant failure. It's a constant failure of, I can't do it, I make mistakes here and there, but I think that's what it's about. So keep on going and trying to hit that middle ground, team. Because if you hit that middle ground perfectly and you become good at it, your life will prosper immensely. All right, drop a like and a follow. Let's talk about optimism. Now, optimism is something that's encouraged, something that's preached by so many people, right? Be optimistic, look up, look forward to, it'll work out. Just believe it'll work out, and something along those lines. I think that kind of mindset is very good to have. I believe in optimism. I would say I'm an optimist because I make a lot of dumb decisions hoping that it'll work out, even though I know it's not going to work out. And that's where the difference is. Because there's a lot of people in this world who think optimism is about blind belief, right? It's about it's through ignorance. This is called optimism through ignorance. It's just about being ignorant of all the wrong things that could go wrong, all the things that's gonna actually genuinely have chances of happening, and be like, nope, they don't exist, not gonna happen, it's gonna work out 100%. And then, but the thing is, the problem with that kind of optimism is it's insanely fragile, right? Because when the thing that is gonna go wrong goes wrong, you're like shocked. You're like, what happened? Why did that not work out? Right? And you're like, and you're broken so much easily because it's like you're getting hit by something you didn't see coming. You're not prepared for it, you weren't ready for it. And so that kind of optimism is very dangerous to have. And the people who keep doing it over and over again, there's definitely something wrong there that they need to address. The kind of optimism I believe in is optimism through courage, right? Having the bravery to understand that things will go wrong, can go wrong, and will most likely go wrong, but still choosing to take that risk and believe that it will go right. Believe in that small chance that it can go well and taking that step towards a good result. I think that's what optimism through courage means. And I think that's the optimism that we all should have. Yes, the world sucks, 100%. There's so many things that are going wrong all the time with no one to be able to control it. But the thing is, what are you gonna do then? Just sit there and accept that's the fact? I don't know, that sounds like, I can see how that will be peaceful, right? Being able to be in peace because you understand things will go wrong and you're ready for it. But if you don't take that risk for that greater result, for that one small chance that things will go right, then what's the point of living, man? You gotta take those risks to achieve greater things in life. And that's what I genuinely believe in. So when someone tells you to be optimistic, that doesn't mean tell you to be stupid. That doesn't tell you to be ignorant. It means to understand what you're going to do. Understand what are the risks, what are the chances, and still choose. It's your choice to take that next step and take that risk. Because when you're able to do that consistently, that's when your life will become so much more positive. If you want to see who somebody is truly, like who they are at their core, stress them out. Just put insane amounts of stress on that person. I'm not saying you should do this, but if you want to, you could. You put an insane amount of stress on that person, the way they react to that stress is exactly how they are on the inside. That is their internal instincts. That's how they operate to danger. Because everybody can be an amazing person when they're succeeding, when they're winning. It's so easy. It's so easy to give away money when you're rich. So easy to be nice when you're feeling good. It's about, can you do it when you're under stress? When you're broke and you see someone struggling, can you give money to that person? You know, that's the kind of truth you'll see when you put someone under stress. I'm not saying you should put people under stress just to be don't be an asshole, don't be mean, but I'm just saying truth comes out when they're under stress. It happens to me too, like and follow. The one thing you should never do, ever, is to discourage someone when they're trying their absolute best. Because that, personally for me, is one of the worst things you can do to me. If I care about you and you come up to me when I'm scraping away, trying my absolute hardest, and be like, damn, what are you even trying? You're a bum. Nah, I'm not having that, bro. That kills everything that I've had, all that energy, all that momentum I had, all gone. It's just such a disheartening feeling to have when you're put down, when you're genuinely trying. Because I'm gonna be honest, trying your best is one of the hardest things a person can do. Like, pushing yourself to that level of extent can be very, very difficult. And then to fail on top of that is very disheartening. So I'm telling you, if you see someone trying their best and not really making it, tell them it's good. Tell them it's good that they're trying, that they will make it, that they can do it. Keep going, because they really need that, and it really makes the world's difference. Like and follow. Emotions are very complicated, right? It's just something that, well, for me at least, it's very hard to understand, right? I'm someone who's not a very emotional person, but also I'm not very aware of my emotions. It's a very dangerous combo, I understand that. And it was told to me by the people around me that I tend to lash out at people when I'm angry or when I'm upset or whatever, right? And it really struck a nerve in me. I was like, wow, I was hurting people that I cared about unintentionally just based on the words and the things I was saying. And the scariest part about it was that I wasn't even aware that I was saying these things. So I thought I was interacting normally, but my emotions were in control the entire time. Like, I thought I was being conscious of what I was saying, but at the end of the day, I wasn't. And that's a horrifying thing to be in. So yeah, I'm just want to let you guys know I'm making steps to be better, and I hope you guys come along with me. Yesterday, I realized something really interesting. I had everything that I've ever wanted at that moment. And it sounds crazy, but like yesterday, right? I had a whole day off. I had nothing to worry about. I had no exams, no assignments to do, no work I had to do. I had nothing to do. I had all the free time in the world, and my boys were also free too. So we were all just sitting there playing games as much as we wanted throughout that entire day. But then at the end of the day, like, actually not even end of the end, during the day, we were like, it's kind of underwhelming. I don't know. It wasn't feeling good. And I was really wondering why that was. Like, we had everything we could do. If we wanted to get food, any food we wanted, we could go and get it. We all have cars. We could always drive to the favorite restaurant we have, go and get our favorite food, and then, you know, to play any game we want. We could have went and played any game we wanted. And yeah, we were just there like, we have nothing to do. And none of this feels fulfilling. And that was the part I realized, oh, it doesn't feel fulfilling. And the crazy thing is, when me and my friends dream about being successful, being well in the future, it's all for that moment of being free, being able to do whatever we wanted. Because in that moment, we were free. We were free as free as we could be, realistically. Like, we had nothing we had to do. We could have done anything we wanted, and it still didn't feel that amazing. And it really made me question, like, what am I wanting to be successful for? And that's when I realized it's the process. Because the next day, right afterwards, this day, I went to the gym. Yeah, I was some other boys were like, let's go hoop, let's play some basketball, let's go to the gym. And we were getting really into it. We were working hard, we were really trying to plan our best, and we were like sweating, you know, everything was like, we were struggling, I was losing, but like at the end of it, I was like, yeah, this is it. That is the feeling I want, because we were working on some moves, we were working on some hard moves that I've never done before. I was failing, bricking shots, airball and everything. And at the end of it, I was like, that felt good. Like, I wanted to do that more. And that's when I realized it's that work, it's that struggle, it's that sacrifice, that suffering. I say it all the time, suffering is meaning. It was exactly that. And when I was struggling, suffering, you know, being bad was like when I was like, yeah, this feels good. When I was sucked at something, I was like, yeah, I'm getting better. And that feeling was unbelievable. That's why you gotta have a little bit of, or a lot of bit of, suffering in your life. Let's talk about learning. Learning, for the last 21 years of my life, the biggest thing I've ever learned about learning is that it takes time. No matter how smart, how amazing, no matter how much you jam into your brain and what you can one day, the best learning is done throughout time. So let's say, take an example, right? If you want to learn 8 hours worth of content, if you pump that 8 hours into one day, the amount of learning you'll be able to take in is very minimal compared to if you took that 8 hours, exact same amount of learning, and you split it into 30-minute segments over however long it takes. Because if you can do that, the way it settles into your brain and the way your brain intakes that information is gonna be so much better. So next time, if you wanna genuinely learn something, you gotta do a little bit every day, consistently. Because that's gonna really advance your learning to the higher level that you can't reach just by jamming all of it in 8 hours. Have you ever talked to your parents? Like, I mean really. Not asking about some admin stuff, nothing like that. Had a nice conversation with them as person to person. And if you'll never have done that, you're missing out, man. Because most of the time, your parents are pretty goddamn cool. And the thing is, you'll be able to vibe with them so easily because they're the one who gave birth to you. So just personality-wise, you match very easily as well. And things just start making sense. In a way, the more you understand your parents, the more you understand yourselves. I'm telling you, it's mind-blowing. I've had conversations with my dad and my mom separately, and I'm like, wow, I know where I get it from now. It makes sense why I am the way I am. And it's just so amazing to like have conversation with them as people. So if y'all have never done that, go talk to your mom, go talk to your dad. Because I'm telling you, it'll be a good ass conversation. Like and follow.